Peace, family. Conjure Queen here. And this segment is going to be talking about Halloween, Hallows Eve. Okay, everybody is asking what rituals can we do? What does this mean for spiritualists, for brujas, for brujos? So I'm just going to give some time for some people to come in. We're live right now. This is a live segment. Peace, Yaya. Peace. You know, the only thing that sucks about going live is hold on, I'm trying to mute this. The only thing that sucks about going live on my mobile phone is because for some strange reason I'm not able to look back at the live stream comments. Maybe there's a way to do it, maybe there's not. I don't know. But I tried to do it on my laptop, but for whatever reason my laptop was not allowing me to. YouTube was bugging out, so I'm doing it on my phone, and I'm going to answer as many questions as possible. This is a Q&A. We are going to get into the history of Halloween, Hallows Eve, Samhain. Okay, we are going to get into this discussion because we only a few days away from Halloween, and as brujas and brujos, we need to know how to utilize this energy and understanding that the veil is going to be very thin, and this is the perfect time to do rituals, to contact deceased relatives, loved ones, any type of deities, orishas, neteru, lua, that you would like to speak to, any angels. This is the perfect time to do so. So just going to wait for some more people to roll in before we actually get into the discussion, because I want everybody to have time, to ask questions, to be present, and I want to make time for everybody. So peace, y'all. I see y'all comments right now. I'm reading it. Yes. What's up? Peace. How's everybody doing? Gonna get into this. I'm about to get started in like 1 minute. Yeah, this Halloween, I'm telling you, I have a strong feeling that, with CERN and these D waves and these scientists trying to open up all these spiritual portals, trying to play God, they're gonna let in something that they don't even know what the hell they're doing. You understand? This is an ancient science and art that our ancestors have been doing for years. And after they done try to take over our pyramids and our temples and try to take our knowledge from us, they don't know how to utilize these deities. They don't know how to utilize this science. So they pretty much, listen, okay? Only thing I'm going to say is they messing with some serious shit. And they don't know how to get themselves out of it. And that's why I keep saying we are in a spiritual war. Everybody's worried about the war that's happening with the guns and the nuclear bombs and all this other stuff. But the real war is spiritual. And this is why the spiritualists are going to be the main warriors that are going to save everybody from extinction on this planet. I'm telling you. So you better get up on your magic, your rituals, your prayers, whatever it is that you do, your protection, because you best believe those end times is now. Hey, Hannah. I appreciate you, goddess. Crystal, I see you. Romy. Romy says they've been trying to kill us for over 400 years. Listen, it's been longer than that. That's what they want you to believe, okay? It's been a spiritual warfare. This war has been going on for a very long time, okay? Some of these entities that's coming through, they are older than Earth itself. Like, there's been wars that's been started outside of this planet. Let's not even go there, okay? All right. So before we get into the Q&A, I just want to talk a little bit about Halloween. Most of us know Halloween as everybody gets dressed up, in their costumes, whether it be scary, sexy, crazy, whatever it may be. Halloween is the day for you to be somebody or something that you're not. You understand? It's like the perfect day for adults to be kids again, to dress up and play make-believe. However, okay, besides the whole fun aspect of it, family-friendly part about, trick-or-treating, the candies, and all of that other jazz, right, the pranks and stuff, Halloween is actually originally a pagan Um, it's a pagan holiday. It's a pagan day. Okay, it's a very spiritual day. Halloween delves into the spiritual, the supernatural, the paranormal. Okay, so for all the people that saying, oh, Halloween is not devil worship. Halloween is this. Okay, one, Halloween is not devil worship, but you have to understand that when you're practicing something, if you're celebrating Halloween, you got to know what the hell you're celebrating. A lot of people doing celebrating Halloween and they don't even know what the hell it's about. So let's get into that. Let's talk a little bit about Halloween, Hallows Eve, and Samhain, right? So first of all, they say that the original Halloween, right, it came from the Irish, the Celts, right? And basically what they believed was, okay, they, what was it? They would say like Halloween or Samhain, let's just call it Samhain, right? Samhain basically meant November, right? Like it was the transitional period from the summer going into winter. It was just like a change of season. So they celebrated, it was the harvest time, and they just danced and celebrated. However, they also knew that at this particular time that the veil was the thinnest, which meant that any deceased relatives or souls, anybody who had passed on and transitioned to the spiritual world the previous year, was able to come into this physical reality for whatever reason. You understand? Also, there was some spirits who wanted to come back to get revenge. Like, let's say, for instance, somebody was murdered, right? And they feel like justice was not brought. Like, they never got a chance to get justice. So that Halloween, that spirit's gonna come and find that person who murdered them or the people who collaborated to that person's murder. And this is why they used to wear masks to cover themselves, because they felt that they would blend in with society. The spirit wouldn't be able to recognize them. They would think that they're a ghost themselves if they was to wear costumes and masks. And that way the vengeful spirit would not torment them or get vengeance. Okay? So that's why a lot of the times you hear strange deaths or strange happenings, murders and stuff happening in Halloween. What happens is these spirits that want vengeance either jumps into people's body as a vessel to do the work, or sometimes these spirits actually manifest themselves. Like people, you hear stories all the time about people seeing spirits. You think that it's somebody in a costume, but in all reality, that's a spirit you're looking at. Like a spirit in flesh. And they just look like you and me sometimes. But you might think it's just somebody wearing a mask, but it's really a spirit. So you definitely want to protect yourself during this time. And there's nothing to be afraid of, but it's just about taking precaution, being smart. You understand? Like being wise. What else? What did I say? So basically, where we get the trend, the idea of putting candy, like we give the kids candy, trick or treat, trick or treat, so my feet give me something good to eat. Y'all remember that, right? So what you would do is like you give the kids candy and all of that, but that really came from the Celts, the ancient peoples, putting food out. Like they would have festivals, music, dancing, and food on the outskirts of the village to keep the spirits at bay, like to pretty much like ward them away from their homes, because they knew, that these spirits would try to come in their house. So what they did was they said, listen, we're just going to give these spirits some food on the outside of the village so they could be distracted with that way they don't come over here on this side. So that's why we give out candy. That's where the whole feast and sweets and candy and stuff come from. It was offering the spirits food to appease them so that way they would not bother them. Okay. Also, there are good spirits and there are also malicious spirits that wander at this time. You understand duality? There cannot be any good without any bad. So that's why I always say take precaution when it comes to Halloween, right? You want to be protected, so you want to wear your crystals, you want to wear your black tourmaline, you want to wear your protective mojo in your pocket, whatever you wear, your ankh, your cross, whatever makes you feel safe, that is what you wear, okay, during that time. So what you want to do, before I get into that, because I'm skipping steps, so that's where So what you could do is you could also leave out offerings and stuff like that for the spirits. You could leave it outside of your door or whatever like that to appease them so that way they won't bother you. All right, or just sometimes putting salt by your door to keep them out from crossing anyway. The Romans also celebrated this. It was called Pomona. And Pomona is actually the goddess of harvest. They named the festivity after a big celebration that they would have symbolizing the harvest. Very similar to what the Celts did, but more so it was fixated on this particular deity, this particular goddess. And what they would give her was offerings of apples, and that's where we get the sweet candy apples from on Halloween. That's why you always see people bobbing for apples and all this other stuff. It had a lot to do with that goddess, Pomona. Okay, so if you want to work with this deity, if you want to work with this goddess, do a little research on her, Pomona, and see, leave out some apples for her, candied apples, put some apples with honey, whatever it is, and just ask for her blessing. So that way, when this winter season does come in, what you could do is you make sure that you always be taken care of, that you'll have an abundant supply of food, water, drink, shelter, clothes, whatever it is that you need. You'll just petition her and you'll ask her for her blessings. And 9 times out of 10, for those of us that may have our own business or things like that, usually the winter time is the slowest. Right? Like usually like January, like December, January, because December is like more so Christmas, so it's a good time for business. But like the January month, the cold months is not really lucrative with business. So that's why it's good to petition this goddess to ask for blessings so that you and your family will be provided for and not have to struggle during the winter season. Okay. What else? And then after the Romans, the Catholic Church called it All Saints Day, and they believe that All Saints Day is actually the 1st of November, but they call it Halloween, which really is Hallows Eve, the eve of the sacred day, because Hallow just means holy, the holy day, the day of the sacred spirits coming into the spiritual realm, the day where the natural world, which is the physical world, and the supernatural world, which is the natural world is the physical world, and the invisible world is the spiritual world. So those become one. Okay? So spirits look like people. Some people may look like spirits. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on that day between October 31st and November 1st. Okay, so even some of y'all in Divine Royalty, I know my Divine Royalty family up in here. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all up in here in the comments. I see y'all. Some of y'all was posted recently in the group that y'all been having some spiritual phenomenon going on in your house, such as hearing voices, seeing things, having really weird visions and dreams. These are the spirits that, even this time, you don't even have to wait until Halloween for stuff to start happening. The whole month of October leading up to Hallows Eve is very, 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 very powerful for spiritualists, especially if you're an empath. You feel everything. So pay attention to, like, if you start feeling depressed for no reason, drained, tired, feeling things that's not your own, 9 times out of 10, remember, we not only pick up the energy of people, but we also pick up the energy of spirits. Okay? You could be picking up the energy of a sad spirit that's around you. You could be picking up on a happy spirit, a child spirit, an older person's spirit, all types of spirits. So you want to be very aware of what you're feeling, okay? And just shake it off. Be like, all right, I know that this doesn't belong to me. You know, you could sage yourself, get some Palo Santo. You definitely want to make sure that you want to prepare for Halloween by cleaning your house spiritually, physically, and all that jazz. Let me see. I see some of you guys asking questions now. Just hold your questions for a moment because I want to be able to look at it. I'm doing this on my phone, so I can only read, so many comments at a time before I can actually respond. Plus, I just want to get this information out, and then we're going to get into the Q&A and drop all these jewels and bombs. We're going to get into this discussion. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go nowhere because this is going to get deep. I'm telling you. I have a feeling I got some crazy questions, and we're going to get to the bottom of this mystery. All right. So basically, All Saints Day is just a day where, you know, for any Catholic saints or any saints that don't have a specific day, this is the day. November 1st is the day to just petition all of them to give thanks to them. It's like their feast day. Okay, so you want to leave out some offerings, fruits, food, drinks, flowers, all of that stuff for the saints. Okay, and basically Halloween didn't really become like this parody or like festival, like this joke, because Halloween is a joke now. You know, like Halloween, I think they said that it's like the number 2 biggest commercial time for businesses besides Christmas. Christmas being number 1, where America is raping everybody in their bank checks. Halloween is number 2. So, and I think then after that is Valentine's Day. I'm not sure, but basically they just capitalizing off of us with the costumes, the candy, and all that other stuff, right? So, the 1950s is pretty much when it became a big deal. Like, that's when it became family friendly, Halloween parties, and all this other stuff. Pop culture, right? Yeah. Okay. So, the Ishi, now, this is something that I found to be really interesting when I was doing my research. The Ishi are basically fairy folk, you know, gnomes, trolls, goblins, gremlins, the elementals, right? The fairy people. They let me see, how can I say this? Their energy is more prevalent and more strongly felt during Halloween. They come down, and remember, there's some malicious ones, and then there's some nice ones. And you have to be very discernful of the voices. Like, some of them are little tricksters, so they might be, you know, whispering in your ear, telling you to do little devious shit, and you know you shouldn't do it. That's why they say, man, know thyself. So once you know who you are, you know your own inner voice, you know what's your voice and what's the voice of another spirit. And I just saw a spirit just now, too. So that's confirmation. I've been seeing them like crazy lately. You know, sometimes I just want to shut it off. Like, listen, guys, I just want to be normal for 24 hours, please. I don't want to see no spirits. Just let me chill. But every time October comes, this is like the time to just see spirits, feel everybody's energies, hear fucking thoughts. So I really just take time to ground myself. That's why I have not been doing readings for the past, like, month. Because I just needed time to ground and center. But the good thing is, I start my readings next week, back in November. So yeah, we're going to get back into that. Just a heads up, guys. But yeah, the Ishi are basically the fairy people. You can give them offerings, you can give them food, just to appease them, and things like that. Now, we're going to get into things that you can do for this Halloween, right? Like, what people saying, okay, Halloween's coming, what do I do? How do I protect myself? Do I need to dress myself in any oils? Do I need to wear any certain, like, amulets to protect me? First things first, you want to cleanse your house, okay? Like I said, we have a few days until Halloween, so you want to cleanse your house out, you know, from as much as possible, you know, physically clean it and spiritually clean that bad boy. I have a video talking about how to spiritually cleanse your house, but basically, just to summarize, you can get some ammonia, you can get some Florida water, some sea salt, you know, and put that bad boy together, mix that up with your floor wash. If you got pine salt is really good to clean your house out because pine cleanses and cuts negative energy, okay? So mix that all together, mop your floors out from back to front, throw out the dirty water. You could flush it down the toilet, or you could just throw it out, okay? But don't keep it in your house. Sweep out your house, you know, with some salt. Sweep the house out with salt. When you're done with that, smoke out the house with frankincense and myrrh. Get some dragon's blood if you can, because dragon's blood gets rid of all negative energies. I'm telling you. Frankincense, sage, Palo Santo is a good one. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do just to clear the energy out in your house, because when the veil is thinning, you don't want to attract negative energy, because filth attracts filthy spirits. If you want clean spirits to come, clean your damn house. Have a clean house. Have your house smelling good. After you finish cleaning, burn some nice sweet smelling incense like cinnamon, burn some patchouli, burn something nice to keep the sweet spirits coming in. Okay? But what you want to do is set your intention. So you want to start getting your mind made up now. Like, okay, what can I do? Like, what do I want to do for Halloween? Do I want to set my intentions on prosperity? Do I want to set my intentions on protection? Do I want to set my intentions on love? Do I want to set my intentions on health? Do I want to set my intentions on doing contacting my relatives? Do I want to contact a certain deity? Like, you have to start programming in your mind now so that when that day comes, you already got everything set up. You got your offerings ready. You got your altar set up. You already done cleaned your house. All you really need to do is just chill, sit back, and just wait for the spirits to talk to you or you talk to them. If you want to do that, some people don't feel comfortable contacting spirits, and that's completely fine. You could just put down a barrier around yourself and in your house. Say, you know what? I cast out all spirits. I want no spirits to contact me. No communication whatsoever. I block myself off. I shade. So let it be. Whatever. You understand? Because your will, spirits have to listen to you. They have to listen to you. Your word is God. What they say, word is bond. Your word is bond with the divine, the great power. So they have to submit to your will. The great spirit made man or woman the I wouldn't say the ruler, but basically we are the ones who control everything, all the elements around us. We were given this responsibility to have power over these things, animals, plants, minerals, all of that. But we just misuse that power. But don't worry, we're getting back to the way we used to be. Surely we are. What else? What you could do is, if you want to communicate with your ancestors, you can get a white candle. You could just put some olive oil in that bad boy and set a glass of water next to it. And you could have pictures of your ancestors on there and also get you some ancestor money, because that is going to be a really good time. You call their names, you get that ancestor money flowing, and them ancestors going to come. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing for Halloween, okay? I ain't going to no festivals. I ain't going to no parties, nothing. I'm going to be turning up right here in my house with my music turned up. Where I'm going to cook them up. I'm cooking my ancestors and my spirits a nice ass feast, because I throws down in the kitchen. I'm a Cancer, and y'all know Cancers could cook. We are great homemakers. I'm about to cook up some food, have the drinks ready. Yo, we going to be turned up. Me and my spirit's going to be turned up in here. That's right. So we're going to have our own little party up in my crib. So you could turn up with your ancestors, turn up, play some music, all of that. Whatever they like, get nice, get wavy, have a great time. Halloween is what you want it to be. You could be scared and worried about spirits coming, or you could just say, listen, look, party at my house, y'all. We about to turn up. So it's up to you how you want to do it. And remember, the spirits like to have a good time. They like to turn up. They miss the feeling of what it's like to be a physical being. Like they miss the liquor and food and music and dancing and laughing and sex and all that other good stuff. So that's what they want. Well, if you could bring that into their life, they will bless you. I'm telling you. They're going to be still talking about you like, yo, remember that time we went to so-and-so house on Halloween and we turned up? So, bring them good vibes to the spirits. Yeah, bring it. You want to also gather your offerings for the goddesses, for the gods, whatever it may be. You're not just limited to your ancestors. The gods are also open and listening. So that blockage that was there before is not going to be there. If you want to open up your third eye more, call on Ampu. Call on Jehuti. Ampu is pretty much the guardian of the doorways. Ampu, Alegba, Papa Legba, Ilegwa, he's the one that you talk to open up the spiritual doorways. And once you get in his good graces, you say, listen, Elegba, listen, Ampu, listen. I want you to make sure that no negative entities come through. You hold it down, okay? And you help me to communicate and bond with my ancestors and all the spirits that are for my highest good. Ashe. All right? Also, one of my favorite things to do, Halloween, right? is the perfect time to do some divination. Whatever that may be. There's so many different forms of divination. My personal favorite is scrying. I like to get a glass of water, like so, right? And the room is completely dark. Only thing that I have lit is the candles. I have one candle, two candles, well, one each on each side, two candles, on the side of the glass. And I scry into it, which means that I look into it. And in the water, I see images. Sometimes I use my crystal ball, but I like to use the glass of water. Because water is my element. I'm a Cancer. It's just natural to me. I look into the water and I see images. And whatever I ask, that's what I'm going to see. I ask to see if I want it, like if I have a question about something, you ask. Like if you're good at scrying, get a crystal ball, get a water, and look into it, look through it, and see images. They also used to say that back in like medieval times, the women who wanted to see their future husband or the love of their life, they would ask to see his face, and his face will appear in the water. If you want to see the face of your children or your future child, what your child's going to look like, you can see their face in the water. So, because remember, there's no veil. It's lifted on Halloween. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you want to see. Because you'll see it. You'll definitely see that. Let's see. I think I pretty much covered everything. Divination, giving offerings to the spirit. Tarot card is good too for divination. Cowrie shells, looking through smoke, looking through fire. You're not just limited to water. That's just my element. That's what I like to use. Sometimes I use fire, sometimes I use other stuff, but I prefer water. Yeah. So guys, I think I covered everything. That's pretty much what to do when it comes to Halloween, Hallows Eve, Samhain, the spiritual benefits of that, and how to utilize it for your highest good. Now, let's get into the Q&A. All right, family, let's go. What questions do you guys have? I'm going to read the questions, and I'm going to answer them. And if I don't get to your question, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I just have to read each one. Ooh, this tea is good. I made some peppermint tea. Daya asks, what's the best way to protect ourselves? Well, one way you can protect yourself is getting some salt, preferably sea salt. You bless it, right? And you can put some of that, like a line of it by your door and by your windows. And as you're laying it down, put like a thick barrier too. As you're laying it down, you say, whatever you believe in, Great Spirit, I ask that you protect my home, that this salt acts as a spirit of protection to barricade me and my home from any form of negativity or spirits that do not mean me for my greatest good, that do not have my greatest good in mind. You put that barrier down, and you change this every week or every day, depends on how you feel, but I would definitely put that barrier down to protect myself. Keeping some black pepper in your shoe so that whatever you walk over doesn't affect you. Wearing black tourmaline, saying the 91st Psalm to raise your vibration of protection, calling on St. Michael for protection, calling on Heru Kuti. Heru Kuti is Heru the warrior. He's very powerful. Ogun, okay, for protection. So, hope that answers your question, beloved. Next, what about black salt? Can we use that for protection? Yeah, black salt is good for protection. Vonna asked that, what about black salt? Can we use that for protection? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And an old voodoo woman once told me you can make your own black salt. Just get some black pepper and salt, mix it together. And she said, that's black salt right there. So, yeah. Riverhawk says, aren't portals open? Yes. Portals are open. Many portals are open. Veil is being lifted. So that means that portals basically means that entities can come in, they can come out. Sometimes you might even find yourself in a time loop, or you might even find yourself in weird situations, like either having deja vu, flashbacks, seeing visions of the future, having premonitions before they happen. Things may happen, like odd things happen on Halloween. So yes, portals are open, and that's why I was talking about CERN. You know, for those who just came in, CERN is basically the scientific project where these scientists are trying to play God, and they are opening up portals for entities to come into our world, okay, and for us to go into their world. But they don't know what the fuck they doing, and they fucking shit up. They trying to play God. They trying to basically do what we know how to do naturally. You understand? Whether it's channeling spirits, they're trying to actually create a computer to do this, you know. And they're even messing with our reality as we know it. Google D-Wave, the new D-Wave computer. These D-Waves they're talking about is basically to alter our reality. So yeah, portals are open. They've been open, but more portals are going to open up this Halloween, okay? And the way that these scientists is messing with these portals, they don't know how to close it. That's why I always tell y'all spiritualists, if you channeling entities and you doing this work, you got to know whatever door you open, you got to close it back. Because a lot of us, when we first start off, we know how to call them, but we don't know how to banish them and send them spirits back. And that's why they be wreaking, that's why they be bothering some of y'all, because the spirit wants to go home. The spirit's like, all right, you caught me here. I'm here now. I'm stuck here with your dumb ass, and I can't go nowhere. So now I'm going to torment you. Now I'm going to have sex with you every night until you send me back. Because now I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm bored and I'm stuck here. So you got to know how to send them back. Lamar said, E.T., go home. Lamar, I'm done with you. Y'all funny. Queen and Zinga said, what do you think about a hamster tattoo for protection? That's a good idea. Get that. The hamster tattoo. I actually got that right here. Protected me from the evil eye. Because Lord knows I have a lot of secret enemies. But my spirit always reveals them to me. That's the funny thing, though. That's the funny thing, though. And the crazy thing is, a lot of these secret enemies be the people that's closest to you, yo. It be people in my own group that low-key be having an evil eye to me, spreading lies and rumors. Like, I don't know. But it's all good, though, because guess what? My spirit comes to me and tells me everything. And the funny thing about cancers is this. We'll know that you're lying. We'll know that you're full of shit. We'll just play along and make you think that you got us. And then we'll turn that shit around and flip it on your ass. So, this is how I know when somebody's doing me wrong. And pay attention to this. This is for spiritualist empaths. When you are on the right path and somebody is doing you wrong, your spirit, even if you don't know, your spirit will fuck that person up. Because one, that person has no right trying to touch the anointed. When God or the Great Spirit blesses you and say, listen, I want you to be the chosen one to have this divine purpose to assist and make this world a better place, and somebody comes and try to come in God's way or the divine's way, you think justice ain't going to happen? You don't think that the divine spirit is going to slap the hell out of that person? You don't think your ancestors going to hold you down? So pay attention to the people around you whose life is really fucked up. And it's like, think about it. Your real friends that love you, as you evolve, they're going to evolve. Good things are going to happen. Pay attention to the people who good things are happening to them, to the people who support you. And start paying attention to the people whose life is going down the shit. Every time you turn around, they posting on social media, something wrong with them. They lost their job. They don't got nowhere to live. Oh, they need money. They broke. Oh, they just injured themselves. They in a hospital. They sick. Why? Why all of this bad stuff happening to you? You my friend, so good things supposed to be happening to you. That's odd to me. And then later on, you find out that they've been talking shit about you, and spirit comes to you, be like, yeah, I did that. I fucked them up because they was talking shit and they was lying on you and they was trying to do shit to you. So don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I don't gotta lift a finger. And when you spiritual like that, listen guys, when you spiritual like that, you don't have to lift a finger because your spirits are going to fuck people up for you. Point blank, period. Bridget, yep, Bridget said she been seeing it. Somebody else in Divine Royalty posted that. She was like, she asked for protection and she started seeing her enemies getting fucked up left and right. Yo, that 35th Psalm, I'm telling you, say, for people that don't read the Psalms, okay, that's your choice, but I'm telling you, the Psalms come from ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. It's strong witchcraft spells that they did. It's just reworded, but it still has the same vibration, okay? The same intention. 35th Psalm is to destroy your enemies, to destroy those who lay a net for you without purpose, to destroy those who try to hurt you for no reason. That 35th Psalm destroys them. I love the book of Psalms. Okay, next question. I just went in. What if you are on a spiritual path and bad things happen to you? Okay, I didn't get a chance to see the name because it disappeared too fast. But basically, bad things, there's no such thing as bad things happening to you. If you didn't do anything wrong, if you didn't do anything unjustified, if you feel like you're living in the right path and you're doing right by yourself and your fellow man, fellow humanity, then 9 times out of 10, the universe is just helping you evolve to another ascension, another vibration, another level. You just have to battle yourself. It's an aspect of yourself that you haven't faced. But I want to more so try to focus on questions first, focused on Halloween. Maisha just said nothing is bad. Everything is a lesson. Facts. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. Yeah, I know what song that is. Erica Badu. A bad bruja. Empress the Goddess, you new to my channel. Welcome, love. Welcome. You know what? Join Divine Royalty. I'm going to add the link in the description when this is over. I don't think it's going to allow me to do that now. So somebody said, I'm assuming that Halloween is an African spirituality. Well, let's go further back past the Irish Celts, okay? They don't have much of this online because they said that it was a European holiday. However, you have to realize that a lot of the Romans, because the Romans was practicing this too, but the Romans and the Greeks and all of these people got their information from Kemet. So how would they know? You understand? If the Kemites were the teachers of the Romans and the Celts and the Greeks and all of that other stuff, then that would mean that the Kemites taught them that the veil is the thinnest between October 31st and November 1st. So in all actuality, they probably didn't call it Hallows Eve, or they probably didn't call it Samhain, but they probably just said this is a very sacred day where we give homage to our ancestors, because everybody know that the ancient Egyptians were the ones who were professionals with mummification. They said that they were obsessed with death, but they were just more so focused on the life after, like this. Because they knew that this is superficial. This is not real. This is a matrix. This is a computerized system. This is not real reality. Everything that we perceive is just made up. It's a dream. The real world is after you leave this physical body. That's what the Kemites were focused on. So that's what we're getting into if you want to talk about spirituality. Okay. Repost your questions too. How would you... Oh, whoa. Hold on. Wait, let me go back. I'm trying to read these questions. What to do? Riverhawk says we are our own reality. Ashe. Angel Love, you said that you feel like you have somebody got a hex on you. Have you taken any spiritual baths, beloved? If you've taken spiritual baths and you cleansed yourself and everything, and it still didn't get better, I would suggest to get a reading to see what's going on with you. The Major. Oh, thank you, Major. He says, I love your channel. Thank you for being you. What a gift you have. I'm only a reflection of you, beloved. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. Oh, Kimmy Combs says, how should I respond to Baron Sandy? I don't want to keep him running. Oh, let's talk about Baron. Oh, I love him. Okay. Baron is like the king of the dead. He is the king of the cemetery. He's known as, if you see Baron, he has a black top hat. He wears black. Sometimes his colors is black, purple. He has a cigar. He has his black shades on. Sometimes he has one eye punched out, symbolizing him having his eye on the physical and the spiritual world. And sometimes he's seen with like a skeleton face, right? But a lot of people are scared of him because some of them say that he's death itself. But Baron is mad cool. I'm telling you, like, he likes to come to witches. Like, he has a thing with witches. Like, if you a bruja and you bad, he might pop up in your dreams. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, he's a big ass flirt. But one thing I will say is he's very protective of those that he like. He loves women. He's a big flirt with women. He's very sexual. So if you're looking into doing like any type of protective magic, he basically, nobody could die without the permission of Baron Sandy. He's the gatekeeper of life and death. So if somebody in your family is dying and you go to Baron and say, listen, Baron, I don't want you to take this person's life yet. I want you to extend their lifetime. Don't take it away. He will postpone it. Okay? He loves children. Baron's really not scary. He can be. You know, if Baron is on your side and somebody try to wrong you, Baron will get your ass. Okay? Does Baron Sandy have a goddess? Yes, Maman Bridget. Maman Bridget. And a lot of people don't know this, but in the 21 divisions in Dominican voodoo, Baron Sandy is the husband of Lubana, or Marta la Dominadora. And their son is Saint Expedite. Who would have thought? Saint Expedite. So yeah, that's the Holy Trinity in that physical aspect. Baron, Saint Martha, Lubana, and Saint Expedite. Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Lamar asks, why is his ears ringing? Your ears are ringing because Spirit is talking to you, beloved. It means to tune in and listen to what they're saying. Jojo's mom says a dark figure came in your dreams to warn you about a friend. Told me to end it. Could be your ancestors telling you to be careful with that friend. Could be a friend of me. When your fake friends try you, yo, get that lemon and that rue. Okay? That's what you do. You bathe in that rue and you put their ass in a lemon so that they will stop gossiping about you. How do I invoke? Oh, how do you increase your spiritual hearing? Daya asks, how do you increase your spiritual healing? Hearing. Sorry, hearing. Are you asking, like, when Halloween comes, how can you tune in? How can you speak to a god? Well, use Halloween as a time to speak to a god to bless you with the gift of sight. What's that goddess name? Lamadama. There we go. Lamadama. The Lamadamas are good to grant you psychic powers. Also for playing the lotto numbers and stuff like that. Jehuti. Jehuti is my first teacher. I remember I was younger and I had so many questions and nobody can answer my questions. I went to Jehuti, and Jehuti is the Egyptian god of wisdom, magic, science, prophecy. Right? But for y'all who have readings with me, y'all know that before I start my reading, I say my prayers and I call on Jehuti to come down. And Jehudi is always honest. He keeps it real, and he's so wise. He's a great spirit to have in your corner, especially when you're doing this work. So shout out to Jehudi. He's also known as Da. So yeah, he's a great spirit to talk to if you want to open up your eyes, your third eye, your ears, and all that other stuff. Okay, some of y'all are asking me, oh crap. Can y'all hear me? Because I got some music playing in the background. Let me see. Oh, yes. Michael says the Emerald Tablets of Thoth is good. It's very good. I love that. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you hear me. So, let me see. So start getting your attentions ready. Like whatever you want in life. Money, love, psychic vision. Cause on Halloween, tune in. You'll definitely be contacted. But you gotta let them know ahead of time. Like start putting it out there in the universe. Like, hey, I'm just letting you guys know. I want y'all to come and talk to me. I have some questions. Write your questions down so when the spirit does come, you won't just be dumb. Like, I don't know what to ask. Like, no, have your questions ready. The spirit's gonna be like, what's up? What do you want to know? And ask. You know, just because they may not physically appear in front of you, because some of y'all probably not ready for that yet. You know, that's a very intense experience to see a spirit just manifest right before your eyes. So, you know, you might see little shadows and lights in the corner of your eye or whatever. That's a start. That's when they're warming you up to seeing them. You know, I remember before when I had got my first spiritual reading when I was younger, years ago, and the guy told me that I had the gift. And then before, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yo, years ago, nobody would have told me I would be doing this. I would have looked at you like you was on crack. Like, what? Get out of my face. He was like, you got the gift. He was like, first, you dream about them. Then you feel them. Then you hear them. Then you start seeing things in the corner of your eye. And then you see them for real. So he was like, they warming you up. Just get ready. He says one day you're just going to come home and you're going to see like a spirit sitting on your couch. So get ready. Some of y'all be like, I want to see spirits. I want to talk to spirits. And then when y'all start seeing things in your house, y'all hit me up like, I think my house is haunted. Help me. Like, you got to know what you want. You got to get rid of fear. You got to let go of fear. Fear is going to block your powers. You got to not be afraid to see a 9-foot demon. That's the reality of it. It's some scary looking shit on the other side. It really is very scary. A lot of these horror movies, have any of y'all seen Insidious? That movie is crazy. Cause a lot of those that spirit that was in the corner climbing that wall with the red face, what? That's a real spirit. Imagine you coming home and you seeing something like that crawling on your ceiling. Make sure y'all know what y'all asking for. You know, I feel like watching Insidious tonight. I love horror movies. I will watch horror movies by myself. Okay? My grandmother, bless her heart, bless her soul. She had me watching horror movies when I was a baby, and I was just hooked on it. And that's why I just had this strong affinity for the supernatural. I'm like, ooh, what's spirits? What's ghosts? Like, what's this? What's that? So, my little ass went tampering with shit. Yeah, spirits are real, though. Spirits are real. Whoa, whoa, whoa! These questions is coming in like crazy. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hold up. I kind of want to play some music though. I ain't gonna lie. I was playing this song on YouTube. It's like this it's called dark Halloween music. It's like dark witch music, and it's like that gothic, dark, sinister music, but it's really relaxing to me, oddly. Dark music relaxes me. Raquel Brown, you want to know about my readings? All the information is on divinemagic22.com. Magic spelled with a K. And I will add the link in the description when this video is done. Or if anybody is so kind to actually post it who will know the website, I would really appreciate that. And Raquel will also appreciate that too. Let's see. Question, Miss Chronicles. Is it possible to denounce a living energy by the same techniques that you do with a demon? If they feel like a living demon, the person won't stay away. A living... What do you mean? Is it possible to denounce a living energy? Well, what you mean, like a person? You want to get rid of a person? Just hot foot them. Just some hot foot powder, banish them. You got to understand that if you want to banish people, you could banish them like you banish spirits. Like, because in essence, we're all spirits, but we just have a physical body. You understand? So sometimes the same laws apply, sometimes it don't. It really depends on the situation. But, just hot foot powder them. Get a candle, get a black candle with some banishing oil, write their name on it 9 times, and just ask spirit to banish them out of your life with no harm done. If you're not trying to harm the person, just ask for no harm done, and that may this person be removed from your life because they're toxic. But you also have to remember the law of karma. Not saying that something's going to happen to you, but the law of karma means that maybe that person is in your life for a reason. Maybe that person comes into your life to teach you something. Maybe that person's in your life because it's something that you need to learn about that person, or learn about yourself through that person. So before you banish that person, ask yourself, why is this person in my life? Why don't they leave me alone? Why don't they go away? You know, are they benefiting my life in any type of way? If not, then banish them. Because the reason why I say that is we don't realize that people come into our life. Everybody that comes into our life is a teacher, whether we know it or not. Lovers, friends, enemies, co-workers, even sometimes a stranger on the street that you just have a brief conversation with. You ever have a random conversation with a stranger on the street, and they just happen to just say something that resonates with your spirit? Like, you're probably going through something, and that person might say something that resonates in your soul, and they answer a question that you've been having, like, whoa, like, I needed that, thank you. That was either an angel or a just divine intervention just happening for you. So everybody comes into your life for a reason at the perfect time. Lord knows that happens to me plenty of times. Like, I'll be going through something, and then a person will just come up and just start up a conversation with me. It's like the spirit just sent them, like, go over there and talk to her, because she going through it, speak to her. Sometimes I might just talk to somebody, and they be like, wow, I really needed to hear that, thank you. So, you know, sometimes we come to be people's angel. Vona Ross says you're taking a spiritual bath tonight. Any suggestions? Well, it depends on what type of spiritual bath. I would say to say your prayer and your intention over the spiritual bath before you actually soak in it or sit in it. And yeah, just imagine yourself being cleansed. You know, spiritual baths are very simple. For y'all who don't know how to perform your own spiritual washes, I also have spiritual washes on my site, so you can check that out too. And it's a sale too right now. But 10%. If you put WASH, WASH, get 10% off. It ends today, so yeah. Oh, spiritual. If you're gonna take a spiritual wash, you was asking what to put in it, because I thought you already knew what you wanted to put in it. Okay, if you're gonna put something in it, sea salt, Florida water, ammonia, a cap full of ammonia. Don't put the whole damn bottle, girl. You're gonna burn. Oh, a cap full of ammonia, and that's it, pretty much. Yeah. Mm. Oh, why I keep pressing this? Hold on. Oh. Jack here. I'm an occultist, alchemist, black magician, Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley got some good information on his website, and it's free. And if y'all go to sacredtext.com, that has a whole bunch of like archived, old, out of print like material on magic, the occult, spirituality, the Kemetic, the pyramid texts, all of that is in there for free. Sacredtext.com. Google it, it'll pop up. Okay, Hinda says, is there a prayer I say during the bath? How long do I bathe? Okay, it depends on your intention. You know, I like to say the 51st Psalm when I'm taking a bath. You know, get some hyssop, get some rue, some sea salt, and some basil, because those are all baths good for cleansing, for healing. And the 51st Psalm basically talks about, you know, asking the divine to come in and cleanse your spirit and make you clean and whole again. You understand? Especially like if you did some dark work. You know, some people who probably can't take a spiritual bath, you just get like a bowl and you'll put it, like you'll put the herbs, the wash in a bowl and you'll wash your hands. So technically it's like you're washing your hands of blood. You're washing away the negativity and you'll throw the water out. Next question. Yeah, I can't wait for Halloween. I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm gonna go food shopping and get all the food and stuff ready. Start cooking that up. Get some wine. I already got my rum. I'm ready. I'm ready. You're welcome, Hinda. Oh, Jakir, you a Cancer too? Yo, what is it with cancers being into this occult life? A lot of cancers I know are readers, root workers, witches, brujos. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you could use time. Tiana, Nubian Goddess asked, can you use time in a bath? Yeah, time is good for money. It's really good for money. David Simon, if you want to get a reading, you have to book an appointment on the website, beloved. I'm not doing readings today. I start this week, but not today. I'm off on Sundays, beloved. And on Sunday, the Lord rests. I rest on Sundays. I try to be charged. I look tired. I be tired, y'all. I be tired. I be tired. Yeah. Okay. So, any last questions, guys? Because I'm about to wrap it up. Nobody's asking any questions specifically about Halloween or what spiritual practices or what can you guys do. So, I'm going to just leave. Hinder says, I have so many questions. Oh, ask them. Ask your questions. I just want to take this time to give thanks to you guys. Like, I really appreciate y'all. You know, I wouldn't be a real Cancer without spilling my guts right now. But I really appreciate all of y'all. And y'all are all a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of you. We are a reflection of the all. And we are all on our spiritual journey. And this Halloween, listen, tune into yourself. Tap into yourself. Tap into your guardians to help assist you on your path. Like, you know, most of all, I know in magic, you know, we focus on doing love spells and money spells and stuff like that. But magic is bigger than that. Understand that a real magician is here to ascend, to evolve. An alchemist is supposed to transform him or herself from base metal to gold. Remember, you're trying to become God's self again, a God body again. These little magic rituals will help you get by temporarily, but the ultimate goal is to ascend over that, to transcend the material shit. So just keep that in mind. You understand? You could manifest your marriage to get whatever you want, but remember, this physical existence is just temporary. You want to evolve your spirit, your soul. So I appreciate all of y'all. I never would have thought I would be doing videos. I told y'all, like in my other videos, like I am a shy person. I'm better now. Like when I tell people that, they be like, "You ain't shy. You be doing YouTube videos." Da, da, da. But I'm like, if y'all look at my YouTube, I've grown a lot. Like I'm more like outspoken now, and like this has helped me, my character and everything. So I never would have thought I'd be doing this. I was always quiet and to myself, a loner. I really appreciate y'all and all the support y'all give. And I get haters every now and then. You know, back in the day, it probably would have hurt my feelings, and I probably would have been like, well, nobody likes it, so I'm just going to stop doing this. But Spirit was like, listen, you need to be doing these videos. You need to be helping people. You need to get your ass out there. Spirit kicked my ass and was like, you need to get yourself out there and start talking more. So I'm like, fine. I'm like, nobody's going to listen to me. And now look, here I am. And I love all of y'all. Bookie D says all witches are loners. I didn't know that. Like, I never knew I was a witch. I never knew that when I was younger. I just thought something was wrong with me. I'm like, why can't I find the clique that I belong to? I'm like, I feel like I don't belong. Where is my clique? I'm like, fuck. So, I just stuck to myself. And now look at me. My clique was always with Brujas and Brujos this whole time. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? Oh, somebody said something about the Salem witch hunt. Have y'all been to Salem? I want to go to Salem. I have not been there. I feel like if I go there, a lot of my memories are going to come back. Because I know I was there before. Most of us was there. A lot of us was. Yes, Goddess. You asked if this will be uploaded. Yes, I'm going to upload it. So you'll be able to see everything. From the beginning to the end. So listen. Also, healers and empaths, pay attention. Halloween, spirits will come to you for help. Somebody just posted that saying a little girl came to her crying last Halloween. Spirits will come to you for help. Remember, these are like, some of these souls are happy, some of them are angry, some of them are sad, some of them feel like they probably died too soon and they want help and need somebody to connect them. So they may come to you and say, hey, listen, I need you to help me. You know, and you might be like, who the hell are you? But that's irrelevant. They'll guide you and they'll show you how you can help them. If you've seen The Sixth Sense, that movie is powerful. Watch that movie again as an adult and also with your third eye open now. Watch that movie, The Sixth Sense, again. And basically the movie is about the little boy who sees spirits. And he's scared as shit about it until the therapist tells him, listen, you have this gift for a reason. Instead of running from your gift and running from your power, how can you use it as a strength? Maybe these spirits come to you because you're supposed to help them. So we see spirits because we're supposed to help them. We are spiritualists because we are the middleman between humans and spirit. So obviously, we have a purpose to do. So if you ignore your power, guess what? You can't run from yourself forever. It's going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up. A lot of those people that's in the insane asylum, they're not crazy. They just ran away from their power and it overwhelmed them. They're not crazy. So for y'all that's in New York City and y'all be hearing those, you know, quote unquote, oh, that's that crazy guy talking on the train again. Most of them be making sense. If you listen to what they saying, they be making sense. One time I was on a train. Quick story. One time I was on a train and this man, he was just, you know, everybody was like saying, oh, this man is crazy. This bum is crazy. But he was talking sense. He was like, this world is not even real. He says, nobody here even exists. This world is fake. We're all just, He said this world doesn't even exist. He says there's aliens on this world. This world does not exist. This reality is not even real, and this is all a figment of our imagination. And then the people was like, what are you talking about? Like, they were just laughing at him. But I'm just like, yo, if only these people understood. Imagine this. If there was only 5% of people on this planet that were sane, and the rest of the 95% of the planet were insane. In society's eyes, who's the crazy one? So you got to remember that. You are the sane one. It's not easy being sane in a crazy ass society. You'll lose your sanity. That's when you go insane. When you blend in with the sheets. When you blend in with everybody else. When you stand out, that's when people look at you like, oh, who do you think you are? Oh, you think you're better than us. Oh, why you being different? Oh, why you don't want to talk about this? Why she don't want to hang out with us? Because I am comfortable in my skin. I am comfortable being myself. People who stand out are not meant to blend in. You are not meant to blend in. You're not meant to. Miss Chronicles, you want to go live? Go live, girl. She said I'm making her want to go live. Go live. Go live. You know, I wish there was a way where I could go live and, like, feature people on my channel. Like, is there a way to do that? I don't even know if YouTube has that feature. Like, if there's other people that have YouTube channels and we can do, like, a featured segment. You know, like Conjure Queen featuring this person. And we just going into this deep-ass conversation. So, Twitch is like that. Oh, let me write this down. Twitch, Google Hangouts. Look at y'all teaching me. I'm not that tech savvy. I be telling y'all, like, I be trying. Twitch, Google Hangouts. Oh, Google Hangouts. Okay, so I guess I could connect Google Hangouts with YouTube then, and then do that? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to hit me up. Hit up my email, conjurequeen@gmail.com, and the subject line put technical help or something, like, for YouTube, because I need help. Facts. I need help, guys. I appreciate y'all. Whoever helps me, I really do. Awesome. So, guys, we hitting that hour mark. We went over a little hour. This has been great. I'm about to eat my Sunday dinner because I love food. I do. And this has been a great discussion. I think I covered everything. I think I answered everybody's questions. This has been great. So, yeah, guys. If for y'all that's in Divine Royalty, you know, y'all always always free to post your questions in the group about Halloween or whatever. And also for YouTubers, for new and old, for veterans here on my channel, and the newbies, you know, newbies welcome. You're always welcome here. You're welcome to Divine Royalty as well. I'll put the link in the description when this video is done, so everything will be visible when the video posts publicly. And yeah, you're more than welcome to post your questions here. So I know, like I said before, a lot of the questions, if I couldn't answer some of y'all questions, forgive me, just repost it again, because for whatever reason, once YouTube, I'm doing this live on my phone, but once I turn this off live, I'm not able to access all the questions that you guys put while we're live. I don't know why YouTube does that. I don't understand. Maybe somebody here could help me figure it out, but I don't know yet. So just repost your questions if I didn't answer your question in the comment section, and I will respond as soon as possible. So, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for always supporting me, for just being there, holding it down, for being yourself, for walking in your power. Like, thank you for setting an example for others and being the beacon of light in this world of darkness. So, thank you so much. Thank you, guys, and much success. And have a happy Hallows Eve. Peace. Conjure Queen signing out. Love you guys. Bye.